Hi, welcome back to another video on Tennis Coach Online. We're still looking at these shoes today. I did the previous video, if you didn't check it, look at the whole order from Tennis Warehouse Europe to go through the whole produce. But today, we're just going to be comparing, as I know this will be asked over, is two different Adidas pairs of shoes and what you should purchase and the difference between the two popular Ubersonic and the all-classic Barricades. We're going to move on to the Ubersonic 2 here. So these are the Ubersonic 2 in clay. Fit true to size, 11.5 as expected with this type of brand. We can see the colours we got here. This is a green one, and I'm going to show you through the difference between the Barricade here, which will be very evident when you have a look. So you can see the main difference as we see here is this soft mesh feeling compared to the Barricades. These are a less structured shoe. The herringbone sole, as this is a clay version, it comes in here with a bit of a groove as it's going for a bit more of a design. This is, say, more, as you can see back here, it has specific design features that aren't particularly necessary for the shoe's quality. You can see it's going for more that street type of feel or training look, as it does have a bit of a plastic and hard plastic back here. Very surprisingly, this plastic back here is pretty solid stuff on the back of your heel, which is not a bad thing. We can see this is probably great for a training shoe and some light match play, but you have to be reminding about when you're sliding a lot, this type of structure down here is not as built as, say, the Barricades. So you can see here, these are the Roland Garros version. So they're great for, say, for that type of summer season or the hot weather, say in Paris, you want to have a bit of breathability and fine. They do have a bit of look to it. As we can see, they're similar and just an alternative. These two are very close, that's why they're being compared. They're an alternative to the Barricade. It depends what you like, that classic look or this more stripped down type of creative type of look from Adidas here with the triple stripes. So that's the first one. I'm going to go on to the Barricades here. As we can see, the classic Barricade 2017 clay, and we can see the colour on this one. Going by clay again, I wouldn't recommend getting a white shoe for clay. If I'm giving another recommendation, when you're going on a clay court and you're looking to use these over time, they will become pink or dyed in colour. So if you're going to get white, you can't compare. You have to do a bit of maintaining over it, but the white will not stay white. It's impossible to keep it as the same. So I would recommend a full. The benefit over these two, I would recommend that other coloured shoe, the Ubersonic, as it comes in full green, and you notice working with the clay, it actually stay that green for longer. So moving on to Barricades here, both are a great pick, you can't go wrong, but we can see immediately the type of extra structure we have throughout the whole shoe. We have this hardened plastic, as I was talking about the back, but it's not having this design feature on the heel. The heel is firm, but it has a bit of breathability, but it doesn't have the full plastic covering, but it has the plastic covering around through the middle, as this is the main place where you're going to be sliding on these shoes. It has basically always been a prevention for a rolled ankle, and it is very much the player's shoe. That's why Djokovic used it. As you can see how much he slides. On one side, you will have this hitting the ground first, as it is this sort of like a protective bumper, as a car bumper on a shoe. It also has some spare laces here. As I was saying about the white, I would recommend putting these on as they are going to get dirty easily. It looks great at the start, but they get dirty. So you can see the Roland Garros logo here in Paris. These are both a clay version from Paris this year, so you can't go wrong. It has that special logo, and the Barricades have always been one of the leading sellers and also the best structured playing shoe. See again the difference between that, how interesting it's gone from a herringbone pattern into such a sleek pattern, and it's got this sort of like a roller bar cover. It is very, very firm. So you need to be understanding that this is a somewhat heavier shoe compared to, say, a Vapor, Federer's shoe of choice, as they are firm and built for that protection. As I was showing you here, the protection is a big thing with these shoes, and they're a great pick. All round would be the best pick for a match play shoe, but they are pretty heavy. So you have to think, as I was saying again, compare the weights on online websites of what you prefer. If you don't matter too much about brand, I'll be looking at some other brands who have lighter feel shoes, say the Nike Cage or the Vapors. They're also a bit lighter, a bit less structured, but they'll be better for a general amateur player who won't be carrying this, bit more heavy slug around, because it's built well, it's strong, it's solid, but it does carry that a little bit more weight. So my recommendation would be, if you're a competitive match player sliding a lot on clay, go for the Barricades, as they'll give you that protection over time, because there's nothing worse than, say, rolling an ankle, having an injury if you slip, and then these will give you that extra tight protection and do these laces up really firm. If you're not too concerned about that, you're more an all-court player maybe, or you're not sliding as much, as some light hitting side to side, but you do a little bit of skid here and there, you can look to that other range like the Ubersonic, which have that design feature, as they might give you a better bang for your buck, and you might get a few more on sale, as these are very much looked over. So this is generally firm, and the shoe is better well made than the other Ubersonic. You can feel the quality of material is a bit more structured. So that's the difference between, if I get them back out again, you can have a look at them together. The difference between these both, there's the Barricades and the Ubersonic. You can see it depends what design feature, both good looking shoes, it depends what design feature you like more. Obviously they're going for a more interesting look with these Adidas Ubersonics. We can see on the back the slight difference. Both are a great pick. If you were to go down to bottom comparison, the Barricade has been the proven shoe over the time, but these are a close competitor. And as I said, if you're looking for some colour, this is much better on clay, as these will hold over in colour over time, but these will hold over in structure and the build quality over time. So hopefully you enjoyed that video. Leave a comment if you want any other questions, and I'll see you guys for the next one.